YouTube live from Dulscone, and we're on the late night shift tonight in the pre-lambing shed. I refuse to say lambing shed really just yet. Although there's lambs in front of us, I refuse to admit that we have started lambing because we have not technically. Another 10 days, let me see what date it is today. 10 days, and then I will allow us to start saying lambing has started. Kidding definitely hasn't started, but lambing is only just trickling through a few early lambers, which we've had a bit of a disaster with. So welcome everyone, thanks for joining us. Come and say hello in the comments, and I have a lot to catch up with you on. First of all, let's cover what everyone is here to see at the moment, which is our premature lambs. Now, yesterday we had the vet come out and lamb this girl here. She was throwing her lambs early and technically aborting, but they were just old enough that they could last and they were doing okay. They were just old enough. So we're able to keep them going, and we have been valiantly fighting and battling, trying to keep them going, keep them alive, give them the best possible chance that we could give them. And I will say it has not been easy. And the update that I can give you is that they are still alive, but only just. Fiona, do you want to come and see the wee lambs? Only just. So, temperature's been an issue. Here they are down here. Now they're incredibly weak. They're still going, but it's a struggle for them. They're either too hot today under the heat lamp and sweating, and then we take the heat lamp off and they go too cold, and it's really difficult to regulate them just because they are little premature ones, just little tiny babies. There's the head up, Fiona. And it is hard. You know, this is a mountain to climb. They've got little jumpers on. Our little girl, this is our little girl here, is in her towel, and as you can see, she's very weak. She's weaker than she was last night. But the eyes are open, Fiona, which is the first time today that that's happened. The eyes are open, and she's just a little tiny button. And you're quite upset earlier, Fiona, weren't you? Because you thought they weren't going to make it through. But I think she's looking a little bit more positive. She is looking a wee bit more positive than she was earlier on after getting a good heat up. My worry is with them, and it is a big worry with these guys. She's looking a lot better, actually. The big worry is I'm not sure their belly is 100% working. I don't know if it's properly processing any of the colostrum that we're giving them. I'm unsure on this one. Now, this is a little boy. The little boy's incredibly weak. He is really weak. He's not wanting to open his eyes. He's got his head down a lot. And we are working away. He's still hanging on in there, but he really could do to make an improvement. And it's got to the stage now. This girl's looking so much better, by the way. Even in the last half hour, you will not believe the improvement that she's had. I just really struggle with the little boy. I'm at the stage where I don't know if I should tube feed him, if I shouldn't tube feed him, because that belly's feeling quite full. I don't know where I am with it yet, and I don't know what to do. It's such a tricky one because I can end up making things so much worse by tube feeding them. Whereas if they're not processing their milk fantastically, that's a good job. If they're not processing their milk great, the last thing I want to do is keep piling milk into them. So they've not had their afternoon feed today. They had a lunchtime feed at 12 o'clock and their bellies are very full. And I had the vet out to them today as well. He gave them a steroid to try and help their lungs open up and see if they can make any improvements that way. But it's difficult. We've got a mountain to climb here, and I don't say that lightly. It's a real tough task. Isn't it, Fiona? And Mum still loves them, by the way. Fiona loves them, and Mum loves them. It's not for the lack of care. It's just they're so early. And you can see by their little premature faces, they've just got that look about them. They've not got a lot of hair. They've got tons of excess skin, which obviously, as you can see around here, and that obviously was for them to fill out into. You know, if they were going to go full term, they would fill right out into that, be great big lambs and big, strong, healthy lambs, and that's not the case. So they've got a little bit of growing to do. Now, I am a little bit more buoyed by this. I think we could probably give them a feed before you go tonight, Fiona. But in terms of this wee guy, I don't know. Do you want to try anything with him, Fiona? What's the ears feeling like? Any warmer? Trying to raise her core temperature with her little jackets on. Slightly better. Some honey. Yeah. What would you like? Dark and rich? Runny honey? Mild? Heather honey? Blossom honey? Honeycomb? Set honey? This is far better. And what's his mouth feeling like? Not as cold as it was. Well, that's only a good thing. And she can't be as cold as she was because she's looking so much better. There, she's actually sucking. She's showing you all the way through. There's no point in getting to the stage where we just say, "Nah, I'm not showing you anymore," because that's not fair on you guys. You are watching along as well, and you are just as invested as what we are. And it is tough. It sucks. Fiona was in tears earlier on because it's just, you put so much into them and you want the best for them. And to see them going downhill and really struggling despite your best efforts, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth. You see if the wee boy could do anything, Fiona? I would love for him to move. At least she's got her head up a little bit. I'd love for him to move a wee bit. And I really want him to open his eyes. And I've been in up and do milk. Actually, some milk coming out his nose. There's milk coming out his nose there. Yeah, it's still going, but only just. And it might just be the case that wee belly's not working. The wee bit, this is looking fantastic though, but this wee one, it's just the belly's not working. They've had a wee bath tonight as well. They were starting to scour a little bit, so we, just with the colostrum, a lot of the newborn lambs do it. So they had their wee bath and got that off of them, but oh man, it's tough. The little boy's always been the weaker one, isn't he? Since he was born. Look at her go. I wonder if we should. Yeah. She doesn't look as bad as she did earlier. She was very full earlier on. Like it's taken them ages to try and process any milk. They should be getting fed every 4 to 5 hours, but the lungs are pumping away here. I think it is just about at the case where we have to say goodbye to the wee boy. I think we're nearly there. I think by the morning time, I think that's going to be him. But the little girl, I've got more hope for. The little boy's just been an uphill struggle all the way, absolutely all the way. What's that belly looking like? The belly is full. The belly is full. Her belly's not like that. You can feel her wee sides in here. So not easy. Not easy. Difficult situation to try and keep them going. And to be honest, in any other place, they wouldn't have made it any further. If they're born out in the field, they wouldn't have made it. They'd have lasted an hour. It's just we keep them going and try and give them the best possible chance. But it is difficult. So we'll see with the little girl. I think with the little boy, he's not got terribly much longer. Unfortunately, he's wanting to give up. But this little girl's head up is a huge improvement. It really is. Go on, pal, don't put your head like that. I hate when they put their head like that. That's him giving up with the head over to the side. So we'll try a wee bot maybe, Fiona, and see if we can get a wee bot into her and see what she's willing to take. And maybe little and little and little. We'll see how we go. So yeah, tough side of things. What's she thinking? I'm buoyed by her. I'm not saying she's 100%. I'm not saying at all that she's going to make it and that we're going to have her by the morning, but I think she's certainly made a big improvement. It was her that was panting earlier on because she was too hot under the heat lamp, whereas he wasn't really doing anything. Setting him up like that's the best thing for him, though. Do you know what I think is, Fiona? I don't think that milk's going anywhere with him. I think it's everything's turning over so incredibly slowly. The milk's hardly filtering through, and it's just sitting in that belly, not doing anything. That's why we shouldn't feed. Definitely, we can't tube feed him, but we could tube feed the wee, or we could bottle feed the wee one, the wee girl. Oh, difficult situation. Sometimes lambing will just keep. That's the thing with lambing, you know. We're obviously at the moment we're a bit like, you know, I can't believe that we started lambing this early. We've still not figured out what's happened or what's going on. I don't think we ever will. But it has a habit of kicking you when you're down. And this girl we've only had one birth today, and this girl had her baby in here. And we're slightly concerned because she didn't have a fantastic bag. However, I think she's just got a wee neat bag. She's just got a wee neat udder. And she's actually got enough milk in there, and I think the milk's going to keep coming onto her as time goes on. So she's a fantastic sheep, isn't she, Fiona? Yeah. She's lovely. Now, don't get me wrong, she's furious that we're anywhere near her, but she's in the right place. She's got a nice wee pen in there. She's had a good drink. You can see a lot out of her water. And she's had two little lovely lambs. And when Fiona messaged, like, and do you know what the worst thing is? And this just happens. Again, it just happens. Fiona messaged me, I've had two newborns, which I wasn't expecting because everyone's been so quiet. Fiona came in, I've got two newborns here looking at me, and Mum's not got a big bag, and I can't find any colostrum. And as soon as she said that, in the back of my mind, I thought, I used all that colostrum earlier on for those babies' feed, and I forgot to go and get more. And like, it happens. It just happens, and it's hard to oversee every single little thing. And I was like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do for colostrum? However, thankfully, she's worked out okay. And she's got her bag, and she's going to be able to feed these babies. They've been in, had a feed, we've not gave them anything. They're quite happy. They're very boisterous. They're thriving. They're doing really, really well for being newborn. See a nice good shake there. It's a nice full belly. Mum's quite happy. They're quite happy. So we're not going to need it. So I've got till tomorrow. Got some grace till tomorrow to get some more colostrum. My other issue but my plan was, if that failed, our Dutch spotted here, who had her babies, her awesome polka dot babies. Look at them. Aren't they beautiful? They are beautiful, Fiona, aren't they? Very, very beautiful. I love them. I think they're great. But she has a huge udder, and she did have last year. This was the girl that we used to get Gunner onto. And Gunner would drain the bag. She only had a single last year, but she has twins this year. So she's done really well this year. And she's got a lovely set of twins. But she's got this great big bag, and she was only... When did she give birth to them? Yesterday morning. So I was like, we can take some of the milk from her, although it's not pure colostrum. It's going to have traces of colostrum through it. We can give them to the baby just now, and then we can give them some powder stuff later on in the morning, first thing in the morning when I can get some. However, obviously that has we don't need that anymore. So we're all good with that. But yeah, it just kept firing things at us, lambing time. But like I say, 10 days time, lambing officially begins. We've got another 40 out in the no, we've not. We've got another 60 out in the field. Yeah, 60 out in the field. There's 130 in here. And then we have 50, we have 85 goats. Where are we going to put all these, Fiona? Too many. Fiona, wash your mouth out. Where are we going to put all these? It's going to be fast and furious when everything kicks off. And if you look in the wee pinned comment below, you'll see our link to our supporters group. If you'd love to join us in our supporters group, you get added into an exclusive group on Facebook with all of our supporters. You get extra live videos to show all of our lambing content throughout the day. And you get into the group with Q&As. We answer your questions, comments, etc. in the group, which is absolutely fantastic. So loads of stuff going on in there. We'd love for you to join us in there. Right, everyone's out doing a night shift tonight. Tara's coming in the morning for the farm park, so it's all systems go. And we're out here getting things sorted out. One major thing that I have that's annoying me, and it has been annoying me for a few days, and it's a bit of a worry, I think I've discussed it for a while, refers back to lambing last year, and it's Winnie. Now, if you're joining us on TikTok, you'll have seen we released the Winnie videos on TikTok in 3 parts. 2 of them have been out so far. I think there's another one to come. And one thing that's really bugging me is I can't get any weight on Winnie. Now, we had her penned off over here earlier on in the year, if anyone remembers that. And she seemed to do a little better. Now, she likes to have her babies with her. Obviously, she had 6 babies last year, 5 successfully, 1 stillborn, which isn't any surprise. A miracle, a 1 in a million shot. And an absolute miracle that she had all these babies. 5 of them absolutely fine. Still miss Spot, who we lost to pneumonia throughout the summer. A rare sort of pneumonia. And she's got 4 of her babies, and they've done fantastic, and she likes to keep them with her. So my plan is I'm going to move her up into here, into this pen here, so she's in with her babies all the time, and she's kind of in there herself, quite happy, and she can get as much hay as she wants. I can feed her some digestives, and we'll try and fatten her up a wee bit. Now, my worry is with her, I do worry because I don't want the 6 babies to be the rock that she perished on, because she's never been able... we'll just put that one on there for you. Yeah, we'll just put that one on there. We'll put her in there first. We could do that, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. So we'll not really need the 10. We just need another 5. No, we'll just move that. We'll just move this 5 over here and put another 5 next to it, and then we can unscrew one, unpin one. So yeah, the 6 babies. My worry is with her, it's the rock she perishes on. She got mastitis when she had them. Of course, she was going to end up getting that with so many babies, and she was producing so much milk. She was a massively milky goat, and she's never recovered. Despite everything that we've done and everything that we've tried to do, we cannot get her to recover back to her normal self, back to her glory days. And it has been difficult. It really has been difficult. But we're going to try again. We're going to put her back into this. In fact, she's cuddled up with her babies just now. There she is. Down here on Facebook. She's in there. YouTube down here. You can see her. I'll go wander around and see if she'll come out, because her babies are sure to follow her. For those of you interested, I just stood in a big pile of dung. It has to be good luck, right? And there's a guinea fowl. Aren't they beautiful? Right, let's head round here, see if we can get them in. So, for lambs, I think the wee boy, unfortunately, I think we're going to lose him. I just think his belly's not working. The wee girl, I still hold out some hope for, and we'll see if we can pull her through. But I'm telling you, it's so difficult. It really is. Like last night, woke up, I was like, I should go out and feed them. And I thought, we can't overfeed them. They're going to be quite happy underneath that heat lamp. I start getting them out, then I can't keep an eye on them once they've been tube fed. Like, is that... Here she is with her babies. All 4 of them. That is her little family in there. How cute's that? And Gina. Hi, Gina. Hello, my darling. Look at them. All 4 of our babies that she successfully reared. And Spot would have been in there too. He was an absolute legend. He would have been in there as well if it wasn't for the horrible pneumonia that he got. But you can see Winnie is a little thin. She's starting to get that kind of big-headed look, which isn't what we need. So if we get her up into one of these pens, keep her safe. She's very chilled out in there, I must say. Everyone in these pens are doing absolutely fine. It's just her, and that scares me a wee bit. And here's Sweetheart, our little premature baby that we managed to save. Doing absolutely grand, darling, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Now everyone's come for a clap. So if I can get Winnie and her 4 babies round, then, oh yeah, we pack of digestives. I like the way you're thinking. then we can get her into her own pen and see how we're getting on. See if we can get them sorted out. So that's what I want to do. Carlin says, don't have TikTok, can you post the 3-part on Facebook or YouTube, please? Yes, it might be on YouTube. Christoph might have put it on YouTube. It is on there. The video is widely available anyway. It's had like 25,000 likes on YouTube and Facebook. It is the same video just clipped up into smaller versions. So it is on there, and it's available to see on Facebook for sure. For sure. It's just never been on any other platforms. Okay, it's on YouTube as well. It definitely is on YouTube. Yeah, it is on YouTube because it's one of our best performing videos ever. So if you check our YouTube, the full video of Winnie giving birth is on there. That's why it's only on TikTok. I only released it the other day because it had never been on there. Okay, darling. Can you hold that for you and I'll see if I can just lift her over.
Wow, have you been working out?
Yes, thank you.
She's gone.
What's that, 2?
3. 3 you've got out. Hello, my darling. You want to say hello? You want to say hello?
There's so much wrap in here.
No digestives needed. It's nice watching Ben work for a change. Where's your mom, darling? Eh? Where's your mom? Watch the face. We need Connor. We need Connor. Good catch. Are you confident you've got the right ones?
Stop it. Stop shouting. That's it. I swear Winnie loves her baby. She has just taken off and left them. She went that way to the feed shed. Winnie's baby's away a year old on the 29th. There we go. Come on then. That's it. Look how well they're doing. Romeo's actually one of the best performing kids we had in the farm last year, believe it or not, after out of a litter of 6. Come on then. This way, come on. Follow the light, follow the light. There's Winnie, I told you she was at the feed shed. Our daughter's joined her as well, Juliet. Good girl, darling. Oh no. Shout them, Winnie. Shout them, darling. Isn't it bizarre to have a goat with 4 massive babies still with them? She's not milking anymore or anything, they've been weaned off of her. Had quite a time apart. Come on! Come on round here. Hurry up. But I mean, Romeo's the same size as Winnie now, really. Look at him. He's a monster. In fact, is he bigger as Winnie? He might be. Right, what have we got here? Something out of the snacker that you found. Look at the family. It's an actual family. Full-on family. Nancy's Ben, did you ever have your hernia operation? No, I've not heard anything back. I'm on the waiting list just now. I was turfing the other day and lifting all the turf, and I was sore for a few days after it. But it's not too bad. It's livable. I don't even know if I get an operation. I think I'll be quite happy with it the way it is. It's not horrendous, but it just niggles and bugs me quite often. Right, we'll get a wee bit of cake because clearly they're driven by food. So only one girl out of the litter of 5 that made it. There's only one girl. So Cairn, Romeo, Juliet. We had Spot. And who's the last one? Help me out with the last one. Man, I can't remember. Help me out, everyone. Tracy's lovely seeing her with all her babies. I know it is. It is nice. Look at her heading away with her family. And she never leaves them. And they never leave her. They all cuddle up at night. They do all their thing. And you see, no bag or anything like that. She's just scouring a wee bit. I don't know if it's just something that's been working on her, but you can see compared to them, they're thriving. They're doing amazing. Oh, Fiona's rattled the bucket. Disaster. Oh dear. Oh dear. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Round you go. Round the corner. Round the corner. Round the corner. That's us. Good job. They've got an audience. Look. She's got like her own stadium tour. Everyone's there to see her. James, thank you everyone. James, of course it is. Well done. Got her digestives as well. I wanted to try her with her digestive. I've been feeding Biscuit, my pet sheep, some digestives today. She's obsessed. Like Fiona compares it to, look at Dennis with his vest on. Fiona compares it to a slot machine. With Biscuit, she just fires those digestives straight in. She's leaving her babies all the cake. Yes! That's what we're talking about. Hey, McVitie's, get the sponsorship in, please. Fiona, did you not pin that and that whacked off my knee? Thank you. Yeah, I was very sore actually. Yeah, it was. Agonisingly sore. If you see the tears trickling down my cheek, don't make any sort of reference to it. As everyone knows me as Mr. Macho. No? Has no one ever referred to me as that? You've heard a lot of things that I've been called, Mr. Macho not being one. What's happened here? This has been a complete and utter mission failure. There you go. Oh, you like that, darling? Yes! I've got a new Biscuit pal. See what I mean about her condition? It's not good. And it's been like that since she's a kid. Oh, wow. Everything just went silent really quickly there. That was a bit weird. Shh, 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 shh. I didn't know. Takes a lot more to silence me. Takes more than McVitie's Biscuit to silence me, Fiona. And now we've got completely sidetracked feeding the sheep a biscuit. We need to give Biscuit the sheep one. We have to give her one. We can't not. Darling! Biscuit, come on! Look, watch this slot machine, look. No, she'll not let anyone else have it. No. Down the hole like a homesick mole, as the saying goes. So, on other lambing news today, everyone, had one of the more difficult decisions to make. Kinder loves a biscuit as well. And this is one of the decisions that suck so badly at lambing at any time. So, one of our Jacob's sheep in this pen here, randomly, right then, we get it, it's not tea time. One of our Jacob sheep randomly in the singles pen, for whatever reason, took listeria. Now, listeria is something that's ingested through their food, and it's a bacteria normally found in the soil, and it's if you have mouldy hay, silage, or some soil that's found in your feed, and obviously you can see our feed is absolutely top quality. They can pick listeria up from their food, and it can be if a tooth's got a chip in their tooth, if they've got a cut in their mouth, it goes straight up through that cut and straight up into the brain. It affects their balance, it affects their coordination and their ability to eat and drink. Now, one of our Jacobs took that, and I can't stress to you how rare it is for us to have a sheep get listeria. Goats are extremely prone to it, but we had a pregnant sheep who took this, and she was in this pen, and she started circling, which is the sign that she's her balance off. She circled and circled, would put her head down, kind of keep it to the floor to try and keep her balance and try and ground herself. She couldn't eat or drink, and she was just going downhill. Now, the way to treat it is you hit them with a big dose of antibiotics and a big dose of anti-inflammatory, and if they're not pregnant, a dose of steroids. So if you give them a steroid, it'll induce them and they'll have their lamb. Now obviously she wasn't at a stage, so couldn't use steroid. She wasn't at the stage of lambing yet, so we kept her going for a couple of days, giving her high doses of antibiotics, and to no avail. She was on the floor, she wouldn't get up, and I couldn't see her. I couldn't let her lie like that any longer. The antibiotics, if they're going to work, they would work by that point, and they just never. It's as simple as that. So she wasn't going to make it either way. So I had to take the difficult decision today, and this is what I mean, it kicks you when you're down, of having to salvage C-section her. So basically, she's not due to lamb yet, but she isn't going to make it. Before we have to put her to sleep, we should C-section her and see if we can, we're going to lose the lamb anyway, see if we can save the lamb. So we had to do that today, and it's a horrible call to make, but it's one that's necessary, and we had nothing to lose in that situation. She was so sick. Our lamb should have been fine, but she was so sick, she wasn't going to make it. So that's what we done. The vet was out at a prolapse actually in this pen over here, and I put the idea to him, or not the idea, but I said I think this is what we should do, and he said 100% agree. He said if it was a cow, I'd tell you there's no way that the cow won't make it, the calf won't make it, but if it's a sheep, it's definitely worth the try. You've got nothing to lose. So we done that, and obviously lost the Jacob, and despite 10 minutes of working on the lamb, and the lamb taking a few breaths and getting going, we just couldn't get it on its feet. We just couldn't get it going, and eventually just fell asleep. And just too early, it's just too early. But it's one of them situations where it's just a natural thing that happens to them. You have to do what you can do in that situation. You can't vaccinate for listeria. You can't, apart from cleaning their hay completely, which we do anyway. We take out anything mouldy, any bad bales we don't use. You'll see us doing that all the time. Setting any mouldy bits to the side. It's so rare. And I'd say in the last 5 years, I haven't had one sheep with listeria. This is the first one in 5 years. Goats it's common with, but sheep is so uncommon. So, yeah, it's just been one of them rough days. It's just been a rough day. It's been a hard day. And hopefully our little girl here can make a big resounding recovery and start really picking up and feeling a lot better, and we can save her, our little premature baby. The boy, I do think it's going to be far more difficult. There's no other way to put it. I don't think the boy's got too much longer left, but I could be wrong. We'll not lose any hope for it, but yeah, one of these days where you're like, no matter what way I turn here, I've got something that's sick or needing my attention or not well, and it's just you're like, we've not even started lambing yet, and this is what it's like. Let's hope we have a more successful mainstream lambing, and I'm sure we will. I'm certain we will. But there's certain days where it just gets you. You know what I mean? And it's not good when we've got that and we've hardly started. So hopefully we're plain sailing from here. But bear with us. We will get there, and we're marching forward to getting the farm park open, getting everything in place that we need to for lambing, and we're going to hit it hard, and we're going to make a real success of it. And we're going to have you along with us for every single step of the way. So, like I say, if you can join us in our supporters group, that'd be fantastic. If you can watch all of our lives, we'd absolutely love that too. And don't miss any of them, because Lambing Time's my favourite time of year, and I wouldn't want you to miss it either. So that is us from the Lambing Shed tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the stars that have came through. And thank you so much for everyone tuning in and seeing how our little preemies are doing. We're fighting tooth and nail to keep them going, and we're doing all we can. So from Fiona and myself, Ben, thanks for joining us, and I'll see you all tomorrow on the next one. Bye, guys.